today we are going to be looking at the month of August, and this is a big one. I started receiving guidance earlier this week around how big the energy is in August. And so what I'm going to provide you with today is different key themes to be thinking about as you're moving through this month, what you can be thinking about now, as well as I encourage you to revisit this as you're moving throughout the month, to check in to see where you're at with these different themes, and then also at the end of the month to see how you did with some of them, to see where you sit with some of them, because it's always a constant cycle of evolution and expansion. And I don't think we're ever fully done with something. We just go deeper with it. So I'm going to provide you with some themes. I'm also going to provide you with some channeled guidance within the Akashic Records. We are already connected right now. I said my prayer before I opened up this recording, and so we are already tapped in and receiving. And I want you to know that no matter where you are, when you're watching this, let's say it's not even the month of August, it's another time, the energy is still resonant for wherever you are on your journey. Time is not a factor. Okay, so it doesn't actually matter if it's August or not. Receive. There will always be something that you're meant to experience here, receive from this, no matter what time it is. So we'll do some channeled guidance within the Akashic Records. And then I am going to pull a few cards to end off this August energy forecast. And, if you need any more support on your journey, you can go to the link in my bio. I have all my different services there. And I just really hope that this channel can be of service to you in some way to help you on your journey. So let's dive into some of the themes for August, because there are some big ones. The main thing that is coming through, that has been coming through in channeled guidance, in sessions with clients, in my own journey, is this piece around living in your heart-centered embodiment. And what does that mean, right? I think sometimes we can think, when we're in our heart, everything is great, everything is good, everything is easy. That's absolutely not the case. When you are living in your heart, you are present, you are aware, you are able to tap into deeper pieces. You're able to work through the hard pieces that come through for you, challenges, emotions, and stay grounded and rooted in your power. And so really thinking about the month of August, wherever you are in it, whether it's the beginning for you, or you're coming back and watching this in the middle, or it's the end of August for you, or maybe it's not even August, but this piece around being heart-centered, okay? And there is a reason why I'm getting so much guidance around this. Number one, collectively, we are moving through big energy, okay? And things are going to continue to amp up. Things are going to continue to get louder. What do they mean by that? There's going to be a lot more external noise, drama, if you will, in the collective energy that is showing up. And a lot of it is meant to distract you from your evolution, from your expansion. And when you can be grounded and rooted in your heart, you will not as easily get distracted, if at all, right? When you can be grounded and rooted in your heart, present, connected, aware, you're going to be able to energetically detach, so to speak, from the external noise. Whether you're feeling this external noise in society, in social media, in your relationships, in things that are going on in your physical environment, whatever that external noise is, the more heart-centered you can be, the less impact it's going to have on you. Because here's the other piece. We're going through a big energetic shift in the collective right now. A really good one, right? Even though it can feel uncomfortable, even though there can be a lot of contrast, this is really important energetic work we are doing and what we need to be doing on this planet right now. But what happens when we go through these really big shifts, this is like unprecedented times that we're moving through right now. What happens when this starts to occur is that we're going to notice more resistance that shows up. I like to call it the expansion wave. As we expand, there's going to be actually a pullback, a contrast to that. This is just part of the ebb and flow of things. It's also part of when we are expanding, we're going to be shown all the ways in which that expansion is being prevented through resistance, through contrast, through trauma, pain, stuck energy. And we're going to notice that collectively and individually. So if you are noticing a lot of stuff showing up for you right now, even though it's uncomfortable, this is actually a really good thing, because it's showing you, number one, you're doing the work, or number two, you intentionally put this out to the universe that you're ready to. And the universe is like, okay, here are the pieces that are getting in the way of the things that you want for yourself. Here are the pieces that are getting in the way of your expansion. And so if you're noticing a lot showing up, I certainly am, and a lot of people that I'm talking to are noticing this, this is actually a really good thing. It's for you. It's for your expansion. It's for your soul evolution. And anything you're doing individually is going to help in the collective energy as well. Similarly, anything you're feeling collectively is going to help with your own individual evolution. Okay? So this big piece around being able to stay grounded, being able to stay present in whatever is showing up, especially when there's collective stuff showing up for you, whether it's the relationships or you're noticing things through social media, the news, right? These are all pieces that are going to come up, and they will be an opportunity for you to not get distracted by the external noise. And when you are heart-centered, you won't as much, right? You'll be able to stay aware. You'll be able to stay present. Another piece is when the hard stuff shows up, okay? When it is showing up, being able to move through it. There is a big difference between thinking your emotions and feeling your emotions. And so I want you to be thinking about this piece as the hard stuff is showing up this month for you. If you feel like you're stuck in an emotion, and really the key here is an emotion, a true raw emotion, you should be able to move through it within 90 seconds. Anything past that, and that's being gracious. For me, when I'm moving through a real raw emotion, it might hit 90, but if it goes past that, I can very much see that I'm in a story. I am stuck to a story. Okay, so be noticing this for yourself. If you're feeling like you're stuck in emotions, it means that you're getting stuck in your mind. It means you're getting stuck in the story. And can you drop down deeper? Can you drop into your body, right? And just even like taking a breath here, right? Noticing. So often we can get into our minds, we can get stuck in our minds. And when you can drop down into the body, using your breath to drop into that channel, to notice what is showing up, tapping into that heart space, to see what is coming up for you, right? When you can get into your body and get out of your mind, this is where you don't get stuck thinking about the emotion. This is where you move it through you. And why is this so important? Clearing that channel, being able to have a clear channel, and the things that get stuck in it, pain, stuck energy, emotions, getting in our heads, that muddies it all up. When we can have a clear channel, we can be tapped more deeply into our intuition. We can be tapped on a very deeper level to our soul. And when we're tapped into our clear channel, into our intuition, we lead with our heart, right? When it is blocked, when we are blocked, when that energy is blocked, when there's emotions getting in the way, we're not leading with our heart. You're leading with your mind. Your ego is getting in there. And often this is where we make decisions from fear, right? Or we make decisions from limiting beliefs, from old stories, from patterns. This is how we get stuck. And so this second piece here is being able to move through the emotions and the challenges that are showing up for yourself, not resisting them, not distracting yourself, not getting stuck in the mind. And the more that you can do this, the more you stay tapped into that heart on a deeper level, the more your heart leads you, the more you're making decisions from your intuition, from what is true and right for you, from a place of love and connection. Okay, so we've covered two big pieces here. One, not getting distracted by that external noise, which is most likely going to amp up this month. It's only going to get louder, right? Because as we're shifting, we're making big shifts, we're going to start to notice more of that resistance showing up, showing us the places in which we need to shift more. And the second piece here is moving through the hard pieces that are showing up for you. Allowing yourself to tap into your body, into your heart space, clearing the channel so that you can continue to make decisions from that heart-centered place, right? The deeper place within you, from a place of love and connection, not fear and disconnect. Oh. And so those are the two big pieces that are coming through here. And I'm actually receiving, I was just actually looking because I put some notes down in my computer because I didn't want to forget any of these main pieces that have been coming through as the energetic themes for this month. The other piece that they want me to talk about here is practicing awareness. Awareness will be your greatest tool this month as things are amping up, as you're noticing more of the discomfort that's showing up, as you're experiencing more challenges externally, internally. Awareness is going to be your greatest tool. And a little note here on awareness. Meditation obviously is one of the best ways where you can build awareness within you. But sometimes we can have a misunderstanding of what meditation is. I used to think that meditation was sitting down and closing my eyes and having no noise, no thoughts. But what I've actually come to learn on my journey, and this has been very freeing for me, it's helped to take a lot of the pressure off. And it's also shown me a lot more different ways that I can practice building awareness, is I've began to look at meditation as not having no thoughts. It's actually becoming aware of the thoughts, right? And so when you go into meditation, right, to become more aware, let's say you meditate the whole time and you have thoughts the whole time. That's actually not failing, because if you can bring yourself back, let's say you bring yourself back 15 times in that meditation, having the thoughts, bring yourself back. Okay, I'm having this thought, I'm going to bring myself back. You start having another thought, you bring yourself back. You get distracted by something else, you bring yourself back. You feel an itch on your leg, okay, bring myself back, right? Every time you bring yourself back, that's actually a win. Because the point of meditation is to get you to become aware. It's not to have nothing. It's not to have a clear slate. I mean, yeah, that would be great. If you can go to a place and have nothing and just be like a total clear vessel like the entire time, great. You're awesome at that. That's not me. I also have ADHD, so that's impossible for me sometimes. But if you can practice awareness that entire time in your meditation, if you can bring yourself back, and you have to bring yourself back 30 times, that's a win, right? Because the point of what you're doing is to become aware of the present moment. And the more you can be present in the present moment, the more you can become aware in the present moment, that's where your power is. That's where you detach from the noise. That's where you detach from the drama. That's where you detach from your ego that likes to cause that. And that's where you ground back into your awareness, your power, connection, the truth, clarity. And so they really wanted me to bring up this piece around awareness being the number one tool that you can practice this month. I mean, moving forward, but especially this month as things are amping up. And you can do this in so many different ways. You can practice awareness walking in the forest, listening to the sounds, listening to the birds, smelling the trees. I know that sounds kind of funny, but smelling like the smells of nature, right? Stopping and smelling a flower, right? Or hugging a tree, feeling the leaves of a plant, right? Bring yourself into the present moment by using your senses. That's a great way to practice awareness. You can practice awareness when you're in the grocery store. Stop, Look around you. Notice the things going on around you. When you become present in the moment, you detach from the noise. You can become present when you are sitting with a friend, right? So often we'll be sitting with someone and talking and trying to think of the next thing to say, or not actually being an active listener. So sit with that person and really listen to what they're saying without needing to do anything, needing to say anything, needing to solve anything. So they say this to help you remember that there are so many ways that we can practice awareness. And when you can, that's where your power is. Okay, so I've gone over some of the different energetic tips, things to be expecting in this month, moving forward, things to be thinking about, tools to use to help you, to support you. What I'm going to do next is just tap into any channeled guidance that wants to come through from the Akashic Records. So the group of light beings that I actually work with in the Akashic Records are the Arcturians. It's a group of 8 light beings that I work with. If this is something that interests you, this is actually really beautiful work that I provide in my Journey to Your Records program, where I teach you how to access your records, and we actually work directly with the Arcturians. And you learn how to work directly with the Arcturians as guides in the Akashic Records. And I've been working with them now. I've been working in the Akashic Records for quite a few years, almost 4. But I started working specifically with the Arcturians at the beginning of this year. And they have just been such a beautiful light and form of support and guidance in tapping into the Akashic Records for receiving really direct guidance and clarity around different pieces. So I'm going to just tap in here for a moment and channel through any guidance that wants to come through. And then after that, I'll pull a few cards to end off. Slow, slow, slow. Slow down. There's no need to rush. You might feel like you need to rush because rushing, in fact, allows us to feel safer. It allows us to feel like we are getting somewhere quicker. It allows us to feel like we are being productive and successful in our attempts to expand and grow and reach new potentials. But it is actually in the slowing down that you expand more, that you receive more, that you extend yourself into new places, because it is in the slowing down, it is in the returning, it is in the grounding in and the connecting within that you create more space to receive. You create more space to see the ways in which you are not opening up to new potentials, to see the ways in which the resistance is showing up, keeping you blocked. The slowing down allows you to open your eyes and receive greater clarity on what you wouldn't be seeing when you are rushing and going so fast. This month is a month of slowing down because the energy is already going to be revving up. And when you are trying to go as fast as the energy of everything moving around you, it becomes this tornado. It becomes this energy of chaos. And you cannot see clearly in the chaos when you are part of it. Think about the visual of becoming the eye in the storm. Think about how that feels to be grounded in the center of the storm that moves around you, of being able to see everything moving around you. Think about the difference of when you are part of that chaos and you are part of everything moving so quickly. You cannot see what is around you. You cannot see what is in front of you. You cannot see what is behind you because you are part of the chaos. When you slow down, you become the eye in the storm. You are able to see everything around you with clarity, with grounded certainty. You also anchor yourself into deeper trust. And so slowing down becomes one of your greatest tools when it feels chaotic. Slowing down becomes your anchor when the waves become too much. Allow yourself to slow down. Allow yourself to take in everything going on around you. Tap into your senses. Your senses are how you receive. Your senses are how you feel, how you allow in. Your senses are going to be your greatest grounding into the truth. But you cannot be aware of your senses when you are moving so quickly. You become up here when you are moving so quickly. Slowing down, grounding in, allows you to open up the portals to your senses in order to receive more, in order to feel more, in order to experience more, in order to understand more. That is where your power is. Slow down. That was good. It's just got me thinking of my own life. And yeah, there's like this tendency that can come up to like go faster, move quicker, do more, because that feels, actually that sounds like the right thing to do, right? It's that ego in us. That's like, the more we do, the more successful we are. The quicker we go, the faster we'll get to the thing. But when I feel into what feels right, the slowing down, especially lately for me, is the right thing. On a deeper level, I know that's what I need to be doing more. And so as much as I just channeled that through for you, I also just channeled that through for me. I'm going to have to go back and watch that one. That was good. So I hope that that can help you. I'm going to pull a few cards now just to give us a little extra piece, a little extra vision image for us as we're moving ahead in this month. And again, if it's not August for you, if it's another time, just let yourself receive. It doesn't have to be August. But if it is August for you, here are some extra little pieces that you can be thinking about. And so I am using the Light Seers Tarot deck. I love this one. I wouldn't say that I'm an expert with tarot by any means. It's really become something that I've just found a lot of excitement and curiosity in learning more about. And if anything, when I pull these cards, I know a little bit around how the different suits work, the minor and the major arcana, but I still really very much let the channeled pieces come through when I pull cards. So yeah, I say that because if you're just learning these things, you are your own guide, right? Let these tools be here to help guide you, right? Let these tools be here to provide structure or support for you, but you are your own channel. And so trust. I always say, for anything that comes through, let that land and see how it feels. And that is your truth, okay? So let's pull a few cards here as a final little piece for our August energy forecast. Okay, 3 really strong messages. I love this. First of all, the Magician card came up. This is, very much the piece that's coming through here. And I also love that the Magician in this one is the first card of the deck. This is a new journey that you're starting here, a new journey in shifting patterns, in changing pieces. You're really stepping into a new energetic timeline. But you create the magic. You shift the energy in your own life. This is about reclaiming your power. If you are feeling disempowered in your life, you need to come back home to your power. You need to trust that you have the power within you to create all the change that you desire in your life. And let yourself start anew if you need to. Let yourself start new projects. If something feels stuck, use your own magic to either create something more of what you are desiring or to start fresh. You are the magician in your life. The second piece here is Six of Cups. And, you know, it's interesting because I see the person with the dog and, you know, growing into this person. But actually the theme coming through here is very much compassion. Compassion for self. And so as you are experiencing a lot of these harder pieces showing up, a lot of harder emotions, a lot of just stuff that feels sticky, that feels like, oh, I thought I was done with that this month, self-compassion. And also allowing people in your life, community, your pets, spirit, to support you. You're not supposed to do this alone, and you're definitely not supposed to isolate. Allowing yourself to stay open to safe connections to support you as you are moving through some of the big pieces this month. The last piece here is Six of Wands. However, it was reversed. And so I always think of like the opposite message when it comes to reversed cards. And notice how she's standing like this, like just receiving it all and like in the spotlight. Very much the message that was coming through was, if you are feeling the need to hibernate, if you're feeling the need to not isolate, but go into solitude, notice the difference in those words, right? Isolate, it's almost like you don't feel like you have a choice. Solitude, you're making a decision to go inwards, to spend some time alone. If you're feeling that, trust that, because it almost feels like going into the cocoon might be necessary in order for you to then step out into the light again, fresh, reinvigorated, ready to go with a clear vision. Whether that means taking a day, a week, the month, allow yourself, honor yourself in what is coming up, in what you need for yourself, and having that self-compassion and trusting that you create the magic in your life. You are the magician. I thank you so much for being here with me, for taking the time, if you watched this all the way through, to receive, to really take this all in, to allow it to guide you in any way. I encourage you to come back to this, especially if it is the month of August. Come back to this, come back to some of these themes, see how you're doing with them, save this, send it to someone if you feel like it could really help them. And also come back to it at the end of the month to see how it fit for you, to see what landed, to see what you were able to move through and where you're headed next. And if you're needing deeper support on your journey, this is beautiful work that I do with clients. Whether it is in the somatic healing sessions that I provide, where I help you tap into your body and move through really hard pieces, help you become the master of your emotions and your emotional experience and what you are going through. One-to-one readings I offer in the Akashic Records, as well as intuitive guidance sessions with spirit to help you connect deeper with your spirit team. I also run a really beautiful group program, Journey to Your Records, to help you build your intuitive gifts, connect within your records for yourself and others, and really just come home to your power. Because helping you come home to your power is at the root of what I do in everything I offer. I hope you have a great day, a great month, and please like, comment, share this if you know that it could help someone, and subscribe to my page because there will be so much more coming. Have a great day.